Transformation, personal transformation is really personal reinvention. You're taking the best of you and amplifying the next version of you.
Scoggins is a best-selling author.
He challenges people to break through their obstacles, coming from a broken home, years of struggle,
to launching what would become a multi-million-dollar construction company.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Scoggins in the house.
The next one I want to do is called Discover. I want to discover as many different perspectives or as many different takeaways from this particular event, relationship, experience, limiting belief, positive belief. I want to pull it apart from as much as I possibly can to help me get a better understanding of what I need to learn. Okay? I then want to consider the options. I want to consider my options moving forward. Do I need to learn something new? Do I need to be mentored by someone else? Do I need to spend more time reflecting? Do I need to spend more time journaling? What do I need to do? What are my options? How can I consider my options? Because when you do that, this judgment zone where we spent so much time judging ourselves ends up becoming what I like to recall the learning zone. With learning comes wisdom. With wisdom comes better choices. With better choices come far better results. All right, now when we look at number 4, it's going to be a little bit different because we've already gone through the process of how we see ourselves, how others see us, and now how we judge ourselves. And given that time frame, you're also going to stumble into something else, which is how you actually empower yourself. Because with every decision, there's an opportunity for a new choice, a new action, a new result. Like it's the difference between knowing you need to get up at 5 a.m. to start this process, to do something different, to do something new, to make sure you're committed to the process, and hitting the snooze button or hitting the alarm clock, click, and back to sleep. If you're going to win at life, in relationships, business, profession, if you're going to win, you've got to be intentional. You're going to make mistakes, just as I have done and just as every other successful person on the planet has done. In fact, bricks of failure are actually bricks of building steps towards success. No one reaches ultimate success or manifesting success without first going up the stairs of failure and learning and wisdom and experience. Who do you want to become? What do you want to become? Because if you're listening to the voice of who you are and how disappointing you may feel or disappointed you may be in yourself right now, you are never going to get to where you want to go. The only way to get to where you want to go is to continually be becoming. Who and what do you want to become? I've learned over time that wealthy people think very differently about money than people who struggle with money do. Very different. A wealthy person is always looking for a way to take a compounding effect. So if they have $1, they're willing to invest that dollar to turn it into 2. Someone who's in a poverty mindset is going to look at that dollar and probably going to say, I've got to hoard this, I've got to put this away, or what can I spend this on? Poverty and wealth are very different. Healthy relationships and negative relationships are very different. How you proceed in the next level is directly determined based on the environment that you put yourself in. So what I mean by that is, if we look at environment, if I look at the environment here, and let's say my primary environment is a poverty environment. And I'm using that because it's personal to me. The environment that I wanted to go into was more of a abundance. Okay, and I don't like using that word, but it's the reality. More of an abundance mindset. Okay? I needed to change how I looked at people, how I looked at opportunities, and how I looked at money. Okay? So what I had to do, even though I was still living in this environment, I would intentionally, 3 days a week, go put myself into networking groups in this environment. You are where you are today because it's all you've allowed yourself to be. I was that way, and lots of other people that have become successful are also that way, and all they did differently was they got out of their own way. The number one thing holding you back from whatever level of success you want is you. At the end of the day, I want you to remember this. Transformation, personal transformation is really personal reinvention. You're taking the best of you and amplifying the next version of you. Now's the time for you to step up. Now's the time for you to become what you want. Now's the time to get super clear on what you want by understanding your passion and your purpose and getting out there. And you know what? Maybe you don't know what your passion and your purpose is right now. And here's the crazy thing. It's okay. It's okay. And the reason it's okay is because all you got to do is go and knock something over, take some action, do something different than you're doing right now, and it will force growth. It will force growth. It will force you to get out of your own way. At some point, your wishes have to become dreams, your dreams have to become strategies, and your strategies have to become actions in order for you to actually achieve the result of the dream that you've been dreaming. You can do this. I know you can. All you got to do is do a few things. First of all, number one, learn something new. Learn daily. 10 to 15 minutes a day of focus. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day of focus will actually help you kickstart yourself into high gear. All right, the next thing I need you to do is I want you to mimic successful behaviors. Okay? Mimic successful behaviors. If most successful people get up early so they have time to process their day and think and reflect and meditate and pray, and then most successful people are doing something athletic on a daily basis. They're going to the gym, they're going for a walk, they're going for a swim, they're doing some biking. And most successful people are putting themselves in better environments. And most successful people are actually taking the time to strategize how they're going to win at life, business, and career. Then guess what you need to be doing? You need to be mimicking what it is that they do better than anybody else. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pay close attention to this environment thing here we talked about. Strategically, we are going to put ourselves in an environment to surround ourselves with these successful people so we can then actually mimic them in the first place. Now, if you'll do that, you'll just take those steps. I'm telling you right now, in a very short amount of time, your confidence will rise, your purpose will get clearer, and you will find yourself operating in your passion and your fulfillment. Most negative actions started first with a negative emotion that led to a negative attitude that then led to a negative action. And by dissecting that stuff, you're able to explore how you got there in the first place.